Good morning. I want to tell my little story of, I guess you want to say my little testimony. When I was 19 years old, I used to be close-minded, for many years, just be close-minded on, politics and things in general. And I primarily voted, it doesn't matter if you were Democrat or Republican, but I was just ignorant to what was going on. Like, I didn't know anything about the local government. I didn't know who was the United States Senator. I didn't know their primary roles and how it can affect my lifestyle. And maybe because I was young at the time and I just felt like it didn't appease to me. But, as soon as it would really change my life, before that, when I was in middle school, I took a civics class, and that was about the United States government, how a bill becomes a law. It talks to you about the basics of government and how it works, how it functions, the proper term of veto, how a government comes into power, why it's important for citizens to collectively come together in order to form social reforms. And I had a similar interest in it, but I didn't really pay too much into it. And I took a Democrat-Republican test, and I ended up becoming, based on my views and the tally marks I had, I was Republican, if I had to choose. And just turning to 20 years old, 21 years old, the Flint water crisis that happened and is still going on to this day at damaging so many lead pipes. And doing further research, listening to other people's podcasts and reading books about government, it really just changed my attitude that, voting is important. It's important to at least have a good voice in government, because you can really affect people. You're in a position of authority to affect people's lives, livelihood, the government programs, assistance, the social things that's going on in the community, like police brutality, or people want to say domestic terrorism, the importance of establishing wealth in a way, and taxation, who's taking your taxes, and all those different things, infrastructure, those little things that's important that affects us day-to-day lives. And just me just learning so much about that, man, just doing a lot of soul searching, it really changed my perspective. And the Flint water crisis, man, I understand that, Rick Snyder, the government or the governors really have power over, the states. And it's just inspired me to just be open-minded to so many things, man, and to actually get actively involved more into politics and learn what are these laws, because they can shape your future in the generation. And me personally, you can tell me like, hey, many years ago, like, hey, Ronnie, man, are you gonna vote for this and that? I'm like, man, forget voting. Voting is white man's thing. It's terrible. It's not good. It's a farce system. I mean, electoral college always picks and elects who they're gonna choose. So why should I waste my time to vote in a system that's demonic? But what I failed to realize is that, without the power of vote, you're not going to evoke any type of change, right? You're just a walking contradiction. And a lot of young people, we have to change our mindsets. We have to change and shift our paradigm to thinking, okay, yeah, that's maybe true. Sometimes, yes, Congress do elect who they want as far as the presidential election. But when it comes to, your local government, your city council, your educational board meetings, that can help shape, the European system, or, you have involvement in what type of a curriculum or things, that your child are exposed to on a day-to-day basis, man, that's powerful. And a lot of people don't realize or understand that. We kind of take those things for granted. And, the public school system and it's things that can help you in your future in the long run is powerful. I used to have the mindset to just do things now instead of just preparing for the future. And this is why I always advocate in my videos. But, it took me a lot of reading, a lot of self-development, me going to Barnes & Noble, studying, ordering books off Amazon, and just continue to learn more about my history and being proud to be an American. Because, parents, I was born here, ancestors, even though they was forced here, as opposed to they would say from Africa, but, we fought in every single war as a black man. We protected George Washington, and then we still put in chains. Slavery ended in 1865, started in 1519. We started the Dred Scott case. We actually, we uplifted that. We started Black Wall Street. Of course, we built schools, built churches. We was prominent leaders in society. The generation after slavery was the best. We was innovators. We was inventors. And And I just think I used to hate just waking up being American because, I was always thinking that white people was always superior over me. I wasn't, reading the Bible as much, switching scriptures, wasn't applying it to my life. I really then understood that, when David says, you knit me together in my father's womb, so therefore I'm fearfully, wonderfully made. And things just didn't really start making sense to me because I was in a negative mind state that this media keep pushing forward, pushing on us that black people, you are the minority. You need government to help you. That's what the Democrats, the liberals was pushing. And I was feeding into it, and I was just saying, hey, I'm just a Democrat, and it was just shaping my walk of life, not taking financial responsibilities, and not looking at myself that, hey, I am the one can change my life. It's just through my thinking. When I was reading Think and Grow Rich, having a positive mental attitude, just observing to be open-minded to all subjects and all things and all people, acquiring self-discipline. Those are the practical things, especially as a Christian, you need to follow in order to live more productive lives, according to the book of Titus. And, I just felt like me just shifting into, conservative area. I was like some things about the Democrats, but I kind of lean more towards the independent far as like the Republicans because they kind of teach you how to be self-reliant. And don't get me wrong, Republicans are not the best, you know what I'm saying, because they have their flaws too. Sometimes they just really just care about the greed and these corporations. They don't care about the people that's just underneath them in a way, so they stepping down on them, and therefore like that's not operating off of love, that's operating off of hate. That's like pursuing the love of money, which is the root of all evil, right? Because it's greed and sorrow that comes with that. But I believe in just treating everyone with respect regardless of your color, background, creed, and origin. And I think, this media, the CNN, the MSNBC, it just creates a lot of division and creates a lot of civil war. And they kind of want you to insinuate that. So, like, for instance, like a purge can happen when people just want to kill each other for once a year to get all that anger out, and they legalize it. And it's just like a lot of games. And it's just like, just want you to be a clone and a slave to this matrix society. So me just being open-minded to things, man, not closed-minded, to all knowledge a little bit, and just be kind of careful in a way too, because you are what you think, you are what you listen to. And I kind of realized that as a young man. But yeah, I guess this is my walking testimony. Just me just doing self-development, walking away from being closed-minded and attacking people and arguing with fools and other people's beliefs because they don't believe what I believe. I mean, I even still respect Democrats and liberals, even though some of the stuff I don't understand and believe what they do, because some of them believe in abortion, homosexuality, which is all on them. But me personally, I'm standing by the biblical principles as much as possible, and I respect the candidate that goes by that, because in America, this is what we was built upon, biblical principles, and that's the foundations. And just taking responsibility, man, and understand that yes, as in America, it's really sad though, how they treated certain people, but we had to get on. Everybody was enslaved at one time. The Moors enslaved the Europeans. Okay, so once was the Neanderthals and cavemen, all that stuff, as blacks, we were enslaved as well, travel all over the world. But I understood that despite that, what we went through, we still can use that as fuel to move forward. And instead of going backwards, instead of having this victim mentality, so get rid of this victim mentality and just moving forward, man. So hope this kind of blessed someone this morning with the walk away video. I know some people just talked about, just downing Democrats and liberals. I mean, if you are that, that's cool. I'm not, blaming you, but this is just my political views and my shift and change. I just been, just loving knowledge and helping others, man, and just treating my neighbors with respect. Love thy neighbor as thyself, as God says, right? Ephesians 4:32. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, and love one another as God has loved you. Forgive those that trespass, so the Father will forgive for your trespasses, man. And just acting, just being proactive, man, and just loving each other, one another, and which is extremely important. And that's what I operate off of. And just me getting personal development, reading and studying. It's been a beautiful thing. I've been building relationships, helping other people, man, that I need help. But even if I don't have much, I'll help. If I see a homeless person and he needs some money, if I have it, I give it to him. I'm not gonna just down on him and say, hey man, get up and you do it for yourself if I can do it. So no, man, just treating with respect, man, and respecting their opinions. But this is my walking testimony. You guys like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys, man. God bless y'all. All right, I'm out. Deuces.